After we had Thanksgiving, Todd started feeling better, and he was starting to get bored. It was pretty cold out. And he was watching these food channels he always watches, and all of a sudden one day he starts talking about going to New Orleans. I wish we could go to New Orleans and have a nice little vacation, eat some of this yummy food. And so just for the heck of it, I went online and I started doing some research, and I found out that the flights and hotels are really cheap in New Orleans in January. So we actually booked a vacation to go there. But right when we were getting ready to leave, our cat got sick. So we were in a big race to get him feeling better. And thankfully he got over it in time. But still, I was a little nervous about it. Trying to get ready to go to New Orleans, and we had to shovel out our driveway again with the snowblower, and now we're trying to get to the dump. Will we make it? Will we make it, Dad?
No.
You don't think so?
We're gonna crash and burn.
Let's go.
We're going.
Let's go. Let's go.
Nothing coming?
Nope, let's go. Yay, we made it out of the driveway. Always a challenge when you don't have a four-wheel drive. We have an unusual situation today. The girl kitties that usually fight and don't get along are so bored that they're playing together and sleeping together. What are you guys doing, huh? You're not going to fight today? You having a good time? Your friends just for today? Okay. Todd says before we leave, we need to hide the valuables. I hope these will be okay in here. They're a present from our neighbors that adopted our chickens. The first day, we spent the entire day just getting to New Orleans with the ice and snow and ice on the plane wings. It took us quite a while. Well, here we are on Route 81. Headed to Syracuse to go to the airport on the first leg of our little vacation. I just hope the kitty cats are going to be alright, and especially Ziggy. And a little worried about him, but we're going to try to make the best of it. Tonight, we'll be in New Orleans. Here we are in this very small airplane, and we're waiting for a seatbelt extender because one of us is fat. I won't say which one.
Can't you tell that the plane's landing this way?
This guy is spraying antifreeze on our wings right now because we have a little bit of ice. So we're a little bit late. I really hope we make our flight, make our connection in Atlanta. We finally got there, and because of the 1 hour time difference, we actually made it to our tour that we were supposed to go on that night. We barely made it. We got there just in time, and it was a ghost tour.
Alright. Okay, so, ooh, wow. A lot of ectoplasm around us right now. Alright. That's it. That's all the ghosts that have come back, guys. Alright, so be careful tonight.
Don't put what's in the river.
That's right. We don't need you to go over there.
I'm gonna go swimming.
No, man. You don't need to. Not tonight.
We're staying at the Best Western Courtyard, and it is the cutest building. They have built it just like the New Orleans houses with the mansard roof. Look at these cute balconies. And our balcony is right over the courtyard, which is just this beautiful little courtyard, cute little place with a pool. And it's so quiet and nice back here, you wouldn't even know you're in a city. And it's warm too. It's beautiful here. I think I'm in love. This is the breakfast place at the hotel, and they have a really nice little spread here, which is one of the reasons we came here. Because we all know that free breakfast is one of the main reasons I pick a hotel. The other one being a hot tub, which they don't have, but I'm going to forgive them. Here we are, we're back in the French Quarter again. We had to come back because last night we didn't have a good camera with us. I wanted to take some pictures of these apartment buildings. I guess there's like a society that controls the renovation of these apartment buildings and keeps them historical. They're so beautiful. And then we're gonna go to a famous brunch down here at the Court of Two Sisters. They have prime rib and really, really great Louisiana food. We're gonna try that out. This place is really nice. The weather is just perfect. Every single bit of food that we have is delicious. This is turtle soup. I got a rib here, red beans and rice. And Dad's eating some duck a la ronde and some veal and some shrimp cocktails. We're just hobbling around here down in the French Quarter. We just got done having a delicious brunch, and I'm trying to get my husband to go down there so we can get closer to the river. Here's the mighty Mississippi. Over there. Having a hard time getting Todd to come over steps. There's a nice path here. The park is a very active, busy place. Just doing a little bit of walking around Jackson Square. Kind of dark. The architecture is absolutely amazing here. We're in France. Well, we made it to the French market thanks to a bicycle taxi. We're just watching the pigeons here. This place is cute. It's like a open air mini mall. It's all the way down. Little stores and cafes all the way on both sides. The breeze is beautiful, the weather is beautiful, having a good time. Gator on a stick. There's all kinds of places in here. Jewelry, food. Very, very cute. There is a lady here that trained all these cute, adorable parakeets to sit on people's shoulders. And she's charging a small fee to take pictures and videos. I love these birdies so much. Hi, baby. I love them. I want them all. These little balconies, everyone sits on them and eats. All the restaurants have these little upstairs balconies, and the bars do too. It's really cool. And this guy's down here playing jazz. So on the last day, we went on another tour, a bus tour of the whole city. And it was called the Katrina Tour because it had a lot of places where they talked about the levees and showed us all the places where they broke. Some of it was kind of boring, but it was fun seeing out the French Quarter. We went to a lot of really cool places and saw some beautiful houses. And the driver stopped quite a bit. So even though it was long, it was still pretty fun.
Portland, Oregon, 36 inches rain a year on average. Seattle, Washington, 37 inches a year on average. New Orleans, Louisiana, last year over 80 inches. We are the third wettest major U.S. city. Second is Mobile, Alabama. Number one is Pensacola, Florida. Turns out the Gulf South, pretty wet place.
We're over here at one of these little above ground cemeteries in New Orleans. Reading the names, I was surprised that not very many of them are French, and not very many of these people are died that long ago either. They're not really that old as they look, unless they've been resold. I don't know. Kind of weird. So our tour guide was explaining to us how they bury an entire family in a little place like this. Yes, they just put them in there until they rot, and when the next person comes along, they dump the bones underneath into a little pit and just bury the next person. So you can put an entire family in this little tiny box. Some of them are bigger, but not any of them are big enough to put more than 2 or 3 people in. Crazy.
It did not flood, and areas that didn't flood, the prices went up, and they stayed up. So
That
yeah.
ironwork, did they come from Spain?
It would probably have been a cast here, but originally the first iron, especially the first wrought iron pieces, were brought in from Madrid.
Right.
But by the middle 1800s, we were starting to cast iron here ourselves. So, very likely, since homes from the 1840s, very likely cast in New Orleans. By the 1850s, we would have had something like 20 iron foundries. But you were absolutely correct. The first wrought iron pieces carried to New Orleans were from Madrid. Absolutely correct in that.
We are stopped on the tour at Café du Monde, so it looks like Todd's gonna get his little beignet, or however you say it, finally, after all. We are here at Dini's, is that how you say it? And it seems to be either built or decorated as an Art Deco building, which is interesting, because we haven't seen anything else Art Deco in this city. It's really cute little place, and we have some really good looking food here. Some garlic bread, big salad, fish fry. Another day, another airport. Here we are back in New Orleans. I gotta say, Delta's been very good to us, but the TSA sucks. I didn't take very much video on the way home because it was just dark and snowy, and I was worried about my cats. You know, they're my babies. I had to get home and make sure they were all fine, which they were. They were happy to see us, but they're all good. And so I'm going to end this vacation video. And next time I'm going to talk about the 2 elephants in the living room, and that is my health and Todd's health. So I'll see you next time.
Ends the war, and that's why this is Jackson Square. Right in the middle of St. Louis Cathedral, built by our Spanish government, 1792. St. Louis Cathedral is $350. Costs you $0.00 to go in there. Highly recommend it if you haven't done it yet. War of 1812 is like Revolutionary War Part 2, basically between us and Great Britain. There's problems lingering from the Revolutionary War, naval conscription, and Revolutionary War was still kind of hanging over our heads. So this is one we had to win, you know. On the right, Café du Monde, the great French name in the French Quarter, was opened by a German named Fred Koeniger. Fred started selling fried French bread dough, covered in powdered sugar, and Fred called these
Big beignets.
donuts.
Okay.
For 96 years, they called them donuts. By the 1950s, American donuts became more popular.